Hi, Bogota. It's me, Jamie. It's been a minute, so I'm going to do some rapid fire stuff here. But before we get to the Bogota stuff, here's some quick Jersey bites.
Jersey Bites!
Did you know that the radio telescope that discovered the Big Bang Theory is in New Jersey? I didn't know that. It's called the Homedale Horn, and it was going to be destroyed to make way for a new project, but now apparently it's not, and it's over for now, but we'll have to see. We discovered the Big Bang Theory. Pretty good, New Jersey. The world's second largest Hindu temple is in New Jersey. I didn't know that either. It's in a place called Robbinsville, and it sits on 183 acres, and it is quite the sight. The temple itself reaches a height of 191 feet, and it is said to be quite the impressive view. Okay, let's get into some Bogota stuff.
Bogota stuff!
Kimberly Akimbo. Who knows about this? And like, how did this happen? What is the deal with this play? If you don't know, I'll just give you the quick Wikipedia summary. Kimberly Akimbo is a play written in the year 2000 by a writer named David Lindsay. I'm going to go David Lindsay a bear. I'm just taking a shot. The play is about a lonely teenage girl who's suffering from a disease that is like the disease I think the character has in Benjamin Buttons, but I think it's the other way around. And she meets another like outcast teenage boy, and they become tight, and they have they have a tight friendship. I think that's basically what the play is about, like their friendship and their family and like living in town and whatever. But the play takes place here in Bogota, and I don't know why, as far as I can tell, the writer is not from Bogota, and he's not even from New Jersey. I think he's from Massachusetts. And I don't know if this is just the sort of thing where you just open a map and you just say, I want the play to take place in the New York City suburbs. I will pick one of the small towns, and maybe it's just that simple, but I haven't been able to find the answer. If you know the answer, I would love to know. So I think we all know the saga of Buddy's Place and the various issues that happened and how the whole thing sort of went down, how the bar came to close. But the town has now had to buy the bar, so we bought a bar. Hey, that's a thing that happened that I did not know happened. And what is going to happen to the site seems unclear, but maybe it's going to become storage or something like that for the DPW. Who can say? I don't know if a decision has been reached yet, but I guess we'll find out soon. So we all saw the flood. We saw what happened. These sort of weather events are becoming more and more common, and the river came over its banks, and water got onto the Little League field. It got onto the high school field. It reached all the way up to Feller Place, I believe is what that's called, where the high school field, parking lot, and the swim club entrances are located. I don't know if it quite got, I think it might have got onto those folks' front lawns on Feller. I don't know if it quite got to their houses, but I'm sure the earth was probably pretty well saturated, so hopefully they're all doing okay over there, and their homes are okay. But that's, it's a scary thing. And I guess this is just how it is now, and we're just going to have to adapt. We all know we've got this big project that I guess they're going to break ground on relatively soon to get the new high school field going. And I know there's been a lot of concern on Facebook and such that we're going to put all this money into the field, and it's going to get washed out by the next flood, and that's a totally valid concern. But hopefully their plan to redo the field is taking this into account, and it's right next to a river, so I'm hoping it does. And I know a lot of people are concerned, and one thing that you can do going forward, we've all voted on it, so essentially this is law, this is the thing that is going to happen. But going forward, one thing you can do is just participate in your local elections. Here, this is what I wanted to show you. In Bergen County, there are 665,727 registered voters in the county, and in the 2023 general election, 203,786 ballots were cast. So roughly a third of the population voted in the November 2023 election, right? So we can apply that, get a rough idea that since our population in Bogota in 2020 was 8,778 people, and the estimate in 2022 was that the population had risen to 9,284, which I assume has something to do with the apartment building opening where the Hesp and the car dealership used to be. So we can roughly guess that we can expect about a third of the population to vote. And here's the part that I want to bring to your attention, just the raw numbers. I'm not here to quibble about the results. I'm here to point out numbers, okay? So we had 2 ballot questions in March that decided these school projects. And there were 2 questions. The first question won with 687 votes for and 185 against. The second question passed by 575 votes for and 301 votes against. Now, these totals, essentially tell us that less than 1,000 people voted. Like, I'm not good at math, but we're talking about a total of 881 votes, which is roughly thought to be about 15% of registered voters in Bogota. This is very, very low. I mean, just to get even close to our Bergen County standard, we'd need to be somewhere around 2,000 votes. And this is the easiest way, if you like or don't like the way things are going, to have any sort of impact, is to vote. And the good news is that it's easier to vote in New Jersey than it's ever been before. There's early voting, there's vote by mail, of course you can vote on election day. And I don't think we will necessarily have all of those options when it comes to these smaller town referendums, but for general elections we do. And in the general election, we got a little closer to a third of the population, but not quite there. We got 1,697 total votes out of a possible, what I'm told is 5,926 votes, 28% of registered voters. So that's what we're looking at. I think the best possible scenario is that this November, we could get 6,000 people to vote in Bogota. A much more realistic number would be 2,000. But what I'm saying is, whether you're very happy with the way things are going, or you're unhappy, or you're just kind of in between, the easiest way to have a voice in the way things are going is this November to take advantage of the early voting, which you can do in Hackensack or Teaneck, or the vote by mail, or voting on election day. It's the easiest way to get what you want. Just a couple other quick things that are going on. The Friends of the Bogota Public Library meeting is Saturday, January 20th at 10:30 a.m. in the Senior Center. The Senior Center is above the library, in case you don't know. We're currently in a winter weather advisory, going to be super cold. There are warming centers. You can find warming centers at nj211.org. Apparently everybody came together and did a good job clearing debris from the storm drains, which apparently made a big difference keeping flooding to a minimum. And that's just kind of how it is. There's only so many people, there's only so many hands. Although it appears I have a million cats walking behind me, there's really just 2. It's the same cats crossing back and forth. And that's just kind of what we do, if sometimes we all just kind of have to pitch in and just, do what we can to get it done. In case you're not familiar with the Bogota Residence Store, Phoenix Rising Thrift Shop is at 36A West Fort Lee Road. So that's on the Borough Hall side of the train tracks on Fort Lee Road. So Krista says her store's kind of arrived at a sink or swim sort of situation. And I'm going to try to go down one day this week and see if I can help her set up a quick commercial. That's just, I have all the stuff, so I'm just going to do it for her. And if you're in a similar situation, you can DM me and I can see if I can give you a hand. And yeah, just, if we can just all support each other's businesses. I think it's just good in general to support our local businesses. I think it's just better for the town. And it's just nice to help out your neighbors if you can. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for now, but thanks for tuning in, and there'll be more soon. If you get a chance, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. As you know, subscribing to a YouTube channel is free, and although it is not free for me to create all of these videos, YouTube is perfectly happy to run ads on my videos without sharing any of that revenue with me until I get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm very close. I need a little less than 100 more subscribers. So if you get a chance to head over to the channel and just push the subscribe button, it's a big help to me. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate your support.